31.
I said to the other boy, I said, take me out with the crowd. And in order to sing the right lyric, take me out with the crowd, you need to sing it like our greatest American entertainer, Mr. Daffy Duck.
Woo.
So I want you to spray it and don't say it. A one, a two, a three. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
I don't care if I ever get that.
Let me root for the Cubs. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's
1, 2, 3. You got 108 pies in your face. Woo!
Yeah, woo. Let's get some runs. That's right. Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom.
Hi, Tom.
I'm a fantasy sports addict.
And my name is Ryan.
Howdy, Ryan.
And I, too, sports addict.
Woo!
Woo!
My name is Tom. Well, pause that shit.
Woo!
All right, we're live.
Hi, Tom.
We're live, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is podcast 66 and a half.
67.
67. It's probably not going to be that long. We're going to set up what we're doing later. Right now, Ryan and I are together on set. Boddington's is being opened.
Woo!
And we are sponsored, of course, by Cyclops Vapors and Santan Brewing. But there's no Santan Brewing present, so we'll have a Boddington's. And anyways, we're here to talk about what happened last week. What was it, Wednesday?
Wednesday night.
Game
motherfucking 7! Woo!
Game 7. My phone's been blowing up ever since. We've had interviews. I mean, the phone just hasn't stopped ringing. I've got a new agent now. It's nuts, right? 80,000 views on a live stream video. It's mostly just to hang out and wrap up the baseball season with our fantasy addicts. And all of a sudden, the entire world tunes in.
Oh, my God. What the hell happened?
The fuck? Yeah, we made a little ad revenue finally. That's hilarious. Now I can go out and buy that new Lambo I've been waiting for, right?
Oh, yeah. We're
Right?
rolling in the dough. No, we actually made just enough money to cover the 108 pies that are coming to my way later tonight.
So that's what we're going to podcast about. We're going to wrap up the World Series, talk about the live stream. Shout-outs. Shout-outs are due to all the new people. We had a lot of people that subscribed. Thank you. That was generous. Hope you'll stay with us and hang out. Ryan's clapping. The baby hands are clapping. That's the sound of baby hands clapping. What we'd like you guys to stick around, even if you aren't necessarily fantasy sports addicts. We'll do those live stream hangouts, especially for the service members that are out there that can't see it, the games that we're, if you have any special requests, just feel free to let us know. We'll set up a hangout and talk sports. Why not?
Absolutely.
We don't mind doing that. So that was cool. A lot of people stuck around. There's a lot of trolling.
All right,
let's start trolling, or
let's just start with take it all the way back.
Back in the bugs are here.
Here at FSAA, we like to have our live stream hangouts. Usually when it's during some sort of sporting event where we're going to be hanging out. We're watching it anyway, so it seems like it's a good time to
get everybody together
to hang out. Usually we open up the hangout and we got people coming in and leaving, and it's just good times all around.
Conspiracy theories even sometimes.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, especially when we do our live stream hangout.
Right. Hour 3 is where it gets real.
And it did this time too.
Oh, yeah, it did. We had 4,000 people.
Yeah, exactly. So we did the Game 7 live stream hangout. I actually had weeks ago with my parent or my dad and family.
So you were otherwise occupied against your knowledge previously. You didn't
yes.
All of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I can't hang out for Game 7. I got to go to dinner. Yes! For setting that up.
Well, it was my fault.
Right. Well, you didn't know. You didn't pay attention. Your wife tells you something, you're supposed to listen, dummy. What? All right, so I had to start this thing solo, and I'd like I was just like, hey, we're watching the game and yada yada, and people are like, where's the game? Where's the game? And I was like getting overwhelmed. There's too much chat and everything's slowing down. I was like, I can't show the game. Like, we're gonna get copyright infringement. You know, we're gonna get our asses handed to us in like a lawsuit. We don't even, we're not making money on this YouTube channel. What are they gonna do? They're gonna like try to take our house away or some shit.
Well, I mean, just lock us, But again, we've done the live stream hangouts where we've had like the game on in the background when we've been just kind of talking about it. Like that's a lot of times what we do, or when I'm able to hang out, that's what I like to do in my man cave.
Right. My man cave is not quite as sexy. I got to work on that. I got to up the man cave game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little.
Or just the cave game.
Yeah, it's just it's more like a Skyrim cave. There's skeevers running around. Sorry, nerdy Skyrim joke. So anyways, like Bronson, that was great that he was able to join us and hang out. Thank you, Bronson. This is the thank you shout outs.
Yeah, this is really kind of what we wanted to do. The whole point of this podcast was, one, just to thank all the addicts who came. They would have came regardless. We're doing a hangout. They're there for every hangout.
Right. So they'll just, even if it's not their sport, they'll stop by and chat. So that was cool. We had like Mike Foucault for a minute. We had Bronson, of course, in the hangout.
Also, and, JD Baller.
JD jumped in.
So like Bronson and JD, I wasn't able to make it at the start. I came for the last hour or so.
Right. We had Andrew for a minute, too. Don't forget Andrew from Fantasy Aid.
And, of course, we had James from Cubby Knoll.
Well, this is, I was going to say the highlight of the hour was our buddy James, Cubby Knoll, live in Chicago, trip of a lifetime. He doesn't live in Chicago, but he is a Cubs fan who lives in Florida. And he made the trip to Chicago for Game 7 on Clark Avenue to get into the riots. There were no riots, but it was a beautiful moment, like one I'm sure he will cherish for his entire lifetime and tell his grandkids about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was literally one of those once-in-a-trip lifetimes. And, like,
right.
Granted, it's too bad that the game wasn't in Chicago, the All-Star game bullshit. We're not going to get into that now.
That's not what that podcast is.
No. But
we'll talk about that next time.
I mean, kudos, James. And again, thanks for giving us some look-ins of what it was like and what was going on.
Man on the street footage. Oh, that was beautiful. And funny because we were going to go a little longer with that live stream and just get like the total reaction. But I think what happened for James was everyone in Chicago at that moment was on their phone. Every cell network was jammed and down, and there was just no bandwidth to spare.
No,
not a bandwidth.
There is no more internet.
No, the internet was gone in Chicago because everybody was like tweeting and live streaming and like woo
on the phone.
Parades.
Yeah,
impromptu madness. Now it was a beautiful scene. It was everybody had fun. Nobody got killed, I don't think. Maybe people got killed in Chicago. People get killed all the time.
Right.
But that was probably incidental to the Cubs winning.
No. So, and then another big thank you actually I want to give out. I want to give it out to Train Sonic, who basically was moderating the YouTube chat, because at our peak we had like almost 5,000 people at once.
It was going berserk.
It was insane.
There was no way to chat. Everything was just the screen.
No. I'm I couldn't even people fast enough.
We were lucky to have Sonic there moderating the chat. He is now a permanent moderator. Thank you, Train Sonic.
I mean, honestly, Sonic, you're in the running for fucking Employer of the Year. Just telling everybody to give us the thumbs up and subscribe. And we got
he worked the crowd.
We got 270 subscribers. And yeah, again, that's the whole point. Having you addicts there, where you can kind of also be in the chat. No, these guys are good, and give them a thumbs up and subscribe, and
you can talk to all of us. We're all here to chat. That's the community we're building at fantasysportsaddicts.com website. Bam. That's right. So what was the net result here? Obviously, the Cubs won the World Series. Woo!
Oh my goodness! But
you fucked up again.
If you remember, or you've been listening to our podcast or live streams, you know that months ago at this point. This was even before the playoffs started.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it was post All-Star break. It was around the All-Star break somewhere.
Where we were having one of our live stream hangouts, and I got drunk and was just like, you know what? I'm betting 108 pies that the Cubs win the World Series.
Yes, you wanted the Cubs to win the World Series.
Well, I wanted to jinx the Cubs to win the World Series because I don't win pie bets. It doesn't matter like what the pie bets are, except for like I think the one I won was like a basketball history trivia question.
Okay. Right.
But for the most part, I'm like 1-9 on my pie bets.
Well, that same night we also did a double down. There was 2-2 pie bet that the Cubs would come back down 6 runs against the Seattle Mariners and win the game. And they did.
Exactly.
So you're already owed 4 pies from that hangout like on its own, and you've never received those pies.
Right. So when we were originally doing the pie bets, I wanted to curse the Cubs and make a pie bet against them, or for them, which would have been against them.
I'm confused. Did you want to receive the pies or give the pies at this point?
Well, I wanted to give the pies, but the Cubs lose at the same time. Where if I would have bet on the Cubs to win the World Series,
okay,
they would have lost. So I guess it was to receive the pies then. But
okay.
I wanted the Cubs to lose and to receive the pies.
So that's what you were betting, that the Cubs would win, but hoping they would lose. What is that bet?
Because I'm a jinx when it comes to pie bets. Like I just lose.
So you thought it was the opposite.
So if I bet on the Cubs would lose. Like I'm going to lose the pie bet regardless on which side of the fence I'm on.
Okay, well, as the game went on, you proceeded to get more inebriated.
Oh, we got Cubby Noel. Woo!
Woo! Hey, drop him a link for the hangout. He can get into this podcast. But let's talk about this. You proceeded to get a little more inebriated throughout that live stream.
I had a good night.
And I don't know if you confused yourself or if you were trying to fuck with me, like mess with me. But you switched the bet around. Somehow.
No, you somehow did. And
no, I did not.
Because I thought it was the sucker's bet.
I did not.
And I tried to pull a fast one on you. Yes,
okay,
you did.
I didn't switch the bet. You switched the bet. Like you were trying to pull a fast one, and you switched the bet. And I was like, fine. I don't care which side of this goddamn bet I'm on. I'll take either side.
Okay, so I was being an asshole and I switched the bet. Well, that was
and you cursed yourself.
Well, that was against the whole intention of the whole making the bet for the Cubs in the first place.
I don't even know what that means.
It doesn't matter. All that matters is at the end of the night, winning the World Series.
At that point, I was committed.
I had the rest of the
field.
The field, like
it was you,
Cubs
everyone.
field.
Yes, Cubs field. I was comfortable with that at that point. I was like, you know what? It's history. We got 108 years of history here. If the Cubs win or the Cubs lose, if the Cubs are even in the World Series, like this is like one of those. We're part of history. We got to do that huge live stream. Everybody got kind of a little taste, a little experience of like what it was like in Chicago, and like all of baseball like has changed now because the Cubs won the World Series. But I was just excited to be part of that. I didn't care what side of the bet I was on. I'll let you change the bet when you get drunk and silly. Like, fine.
It's what we do here.
And so all of a sudden now I was committed to the Cubs winning. I didn't care. And the Cubs won, Ryan.
No, I just got to say, like, yeah, we made a little ad revenue with the 70,000, 80,000 views of the
whatever the hell it is.
But in all honesty, it barely covered or didn't even cover the cost of all the pies and the supplies to get all the pies. So this, like, other than like poker, this is like the most I've ever lost in a single bet ever.
Wow. So not only do you get hit with 108 pies, you're out now $1.15 per pie essentially.
Pretty much.
So we couldn't even get the price down to $1 a pie.
No, I mean, again, I had to buy, I think I have, 44 cans of shaving cream.
Okay.
And 150 bulk pack of pie tins.
We had to bulk it. Oh, we got
someone joining us.
Hey.
Here.
There's Cubby Noel.
All right, Ryan's going to transcribe.
We'll put on some headphones.
We'll have a little update here. Let's talk to Cubby Noel about this World Series situation.
Thanks for joining us, by the way, James.
This is James, Cubby Noel. Thank you. Check out his YouTube channel, Cubby Noel. How you doing, man? Are you rested up? Are you recuperated from all that, or?
Oh yeah, I'm good to go. But I want to show you guys something real quick, just how big you guys are in my household. 1 second.
Really? Okay. We're gonna get some live footage here. If you're listening audio only, well, too bad. We'll describe it for you. We'll call it play-by-play. All right, we're switching it over. We have there's Ryan live. Oh, there's all right.
Woo!
There we are.
See the
Full
TV?
screen, baby. Full screen. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
that.
FSAA on 70 inches there.
Nice. Nice. That's fitting.
Woo!
That's fitting. We belong on 70-inch screens. Our terrible faces.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, have you stopped partying yet? I mean, have you has it set in?
Yeah. It's definitely set in now. A few days have gone by, so.
Okay.
So was that
that's like
not the trip of a lifetime for you? Like it looked like you were having a hell of a time.
Oh yeah, it was fucking awesome, man. I still can't believe I was there. Anytime I read a story or watch a fan reaction video, I was like, I was there.
Right.
Now, see, I was there when the White Sox won the World Series, but it was nothing, I'm sure, compared to the Cubs.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember the ninth inning. I kind of looked out the front of the barn through the glass windows and saw like streets were starting to fill a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, by the time it was over, you walked out and it was like, oh, I can't move.
People, yeah. Oh my God, it looked like just packed. But still, I mean, like, I can't imagine the camaraderie and the celebration. Just everybody was just like, nobody could believe it. Like, wow, what did we see? You know, high fives and
Yeah,
all of a
I
sudden,
mean,
like, everyone's a buddy now. Everyone's a friend, you know. Like, it's the most peaceful time ever in Chicago.
yeah, that's pretty much how it went. I remember there was this one guy there. It was this old dude, had to be in his 60s. You know, you ever go to a bar and sometimes just somebody just gravitates to you for no good reason, and
They like to talk to you. Yeah. They won't stop yakking in your ear.
Yeah, and I'm like,
It happens.
I'd ask for an opinion. But anyways, I'll try to make this short. When Javi Baez made those couple errors, like he was livid. He was like in his Chicago accent, he was like, that fucking jag off. Like he was like, he was pissed. And then like an inning later it was, I think, or maybe 2 innings. It was very shortly thereafter, Javi hit the home run. So
Right.
I'm kind of tipsy by that point, and I turned to him. I'm like, that fucking jag off. And like we start like hugging and stuff. And I remember by the end of the game, I think I kissed this old man on the cheek. It was crazy.
That's great, dude. That's great. Oh, I'm sure the city was full of that. That was probably like the story in every bar, basically. Like, just, I'm sure people went home with people they didn't even know, and like the whole city was probably just Jesus.
Like
what an amazing experience, man.
Yeah, it was, man. The train home was just nuts, man. I mean, people were falling out of the subway. It was crazy.
Well, I'm sure there were so many people that like the doors open and it's just like that, like canned snakes where it's like.
Yeah, it pretty much was, but no one was pissed at each other. You know, like normally you'd be pissed, like getting in and out. But everyone was like, "Yeah, man, go Cubs!" Like, no one cared.
Right? Oh, that. I mean, I've only sampled that once. That was the Diamondbacks winning the World Series here in Phoenix, and again, I went downtown and got out of my car in the middle of the street like everybody else did, and everybody's hugging it. I mean, I'm sure it was even crazier though because Chicago is so much more densely populated than downtown Phoenix. So,
and let's be honest, Cubs fans are a hell of a lot more diehard than D-backs fans.
Right, but it was the idea that like all of a sudden like nobody's an enemy. Everybody's friends for that one moment in time.
Yeah, it was exactly like that.
We're all there celebrating the same thing.
And I'm definitely glad that you got to go experience that, especially with the Cubs being your team. And, you know, again, that's great. And I'm happy for you, James. And again, also thanks for coming in and giving us some live look-ins. I totally made our live stream and hope you picked up some good subscribers for that, even though you can give two shits about all that.
No, it was a blast, man. I've had a few people, you know, kind of scoff at what I paid to get into the bar. I'm like, I didn't fly up all the way to Chicago to not go to one of those bars.
Oh yeah, I mean honestly,
like, $50. I wasn't gonna get there and be like, nope, 50. Nah, I think I'm gonna go.
That's too much.
3 miles down the road and watch it at I don't know, Hooters. Like,
right.
You know,
yeah, no,
Wasn't gonna
That's
do that
part
at
of the
that point.
Yeah, you can't
And
even put a
honestly,
price on that.
50 was my limit. I was like, we can find something for this, and we did.
I mean, that still is crazy fucking expensive.
Well, but think about like
Yeah.
in Vegas. Think about a cover for like somewhere in Vegas where they got the like bottle service and think. I mean, people pay that. It's not entirely outrageous. Like, I mean, if you're mooching a live stream trying to see free baseball for free, extra free, like a lot of people on the Hangout were, $50 for a cover charge sounds really expensive. I'm sure if you mooch television,
Right?
saying.
You can't even
Now,
get Air TV. You can't get Fox.
Now there are people with valid exceptions serving the military overseas. Thank you for that. We're not slamming them, but like any of these moochy cheapskate motherfuckers, like
yeah, it's like go
I
get an
can't see the
antenna.
screen.
Well, not even just that, but like IT, web, internet non-savviness where they're looking for YouTube for live streams on the games. Like if
You
we
really
were
think-
actually
yeah.
like having a legit live stream, our shit would be banned and we would be sued right off the goddamn bat.
Right. You have to go to basically.
Not even implied
Yeah.
oral consent.
Well, think about the sites you go to pirate live shit. It's literally like you have to click through 10,000 porn ads. Everyone's got like a virus link. You got to click a bunch of.
But eventually, if you dig through enough tits and ass, and
You might get a live stream.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's never so convenient that it's just there for you on YouTube. We're going to change that. We're going to start. We'll do these hangouts and turn around and you can see the TV blurry in the background. Fine. As long as we're not going to get sued and like these people want like. I mean, we were doing our patriotic duty, I felt like, for some of those service people.
Now, James, I'm sure you weren't even looking at our like YouTube and our views, but like our chat was just like going faster than you can even read it. We had, like almost 5,000 people at the peak when it was like ninth inning on and all that.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
awesome. When I saw the views, I was like, that's sweet. I mean, I laughed at all the thumbs down, but I was like, fuck those people looking for the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it was. And we're not going to lie. Like, yeah, the way it was titled, like total clickbait.
Yes and no. I mean,
yes.
But when we try to do a little clickbait, we're not expecting 80,000 motherfucking people.
No. And
we're like, see what we're doing, and like maybe you like fantasy sports, you'll continue to hang out.
Yeah, I
mean,
it
we're
was
all watching the same
clickbait,
game,
but at
but
the same time, like it was technically worded what it was. You were streaming a live hangout. I mean, yes,
we were hanging out,
but it was still like truthful at the same time.
Right. It was generally we tried to keep it fantasy sports themed, but eventually
we've done a lot of this, and like before like the All-Star game, okay, we got pretty decent views when we did that.
Yeah.
Even close to this, we didn't.
Well, the Cubs were in Game 7 of the World Series.
Yeah,
we should have known it was going to be disastrous.
Yeah, and then especially when it was like, extra innings, rain delay, like it's just like, oh shit, it's going on, and everybody just like swarmed.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, there were a shit ton of fucking trolls and like, fuckers, fag this, rednecks, hillbillies, whatever, just the shit that was just pouring down on us.
Well, but you know what? Honestly, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Really, what was cool though is once that died down, once people kind of like figured out what was up, I thought it was actually kind of a beautiful experience. Like again, everybody was just there.
I think it helped a lot when I got home and actually got in my man cave and had the TV on behind us.
Right, and then it turned into a true hangout. Everybody was there to experience the same moment in history, essentially.
It was the most fun I've ever had on this channel.
Oh yeah, that was easily our best live stream. Now I got to say this: that Game 7, that's probably. I mean, is that like the greatest World Series game ever played?
I mean, it's up
really
there.
thought it was good.
I know it's recency bias, but man, that's got to be way up there.
It's going to be one of the most like memorable. Like I was listening to Buster Olney on ESPN radio on my way into work, and it was like the Mike and Mike. They had him on, and they were talking to him, and it was just like, was that not the greatest game you've ever were at or ever seen? And like Buster Olney, ESPN, like I actually really like him a lot.
Right.
And
that's
what he was saying, where it's like, yes, absolutely, it was the greatest game I've ever been at, the greatest game I've ever seen. and it's probably going to be the most talked about and most remembered
For a long
World
time.
Series game of our generation.
Yeah.
Definitely, because it wasn't just a Game 7. It was
God.
two teams with 176 combined years drought. It was so much on the line.
That was a very significant moment, especially in baseball history. But like, yeah, just to see it, just to like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Cubs fan myself per se, but like, I'm happy for all the Cubs fans, like you and Nathan. Like,
There's a lot of addicts who are Cubs fans.
yeah, I think it's just so cool to see this happen for you guys,
Yeah,
and like, I don't know, it changes everything I've ever known about baseball. I mean, I think when you think about like being a baseball fan, at least in our generation, rule number one is the Cubs never win.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like, I was just thinking the other day because there's some people that are either just haters in general or rival fans that are like, all right, it's been a few days, enough's enough. It's like, suck a dick. I've heard 1908, 1945, 1969, 1984, 2003 for my entire life. Excuse me
Yeah.
if I bask in the afterglow for a few days.
No, this will be going till like, I don't know. This will be going a couple of years as far as I'm concerned.
This will easily carry me to spring training at the very least.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not like the Cubs are even going anywhere. Like, they're literally at the doorstep of a fucking dynasty. Like, Tom's already saying that he'll go into next year taking the Cubs to repeat against the field on our next buyback.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Because Ryan loses all of his pie bets. So. Yeah. I don't know, man. That was great. That was just such a great game. It was so fun. And like, again, all those people there, that just made it even better. It was chaotic. It was hectic. We were probably far from professional, but
whatever.
We
man.
always are far from professional.
That was a blast. That was a blast.
What was funny was, and you guys probably couldn't see this because it was dark, but I was kind of just holding the phone like side to me, like kind of, I don't know, just right next to my head basically.
Okay.
And there's people like in front of me that could see the front of my phone, and it was a couple of times where I noticed they were looking over like, what the fuck? Because all I saw was like some dude with sunglasses talking from a distance on my phone, like, what the fuck is this? And then another guy beside me are like, I bet you those fuckers wish they were here or something like that. Like, people remarking on me holding my phone. It was pretty funny.
That's great. No, we did wish we were there. I mean, honestly, like, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, even my buddy,
just as a baseball fan.
Yeah, my buddy he's a Braves fan. I could have swore he was a bigger Cubs fan than me, man. That little guy was going nuts.
That's great.
He was,
that's
man.
So cool.
He just got wrapped up in it. He was going crazy.
But see, that's the beauty of baseball, and honestly, to me, that's kind of the beauty of like fantasy sports in some regard, because it takes you beyond your own team. Like when we're all,
you got players to root for.
Yeah, like I've got so many Cubs in my dynasty teams. It's like, how do I not have? I feel like I've got a little bit of investment, So all of a sudden, I'm like rooting for a team not otherwise.
Yeah, I've yet to go back and watch the whole game again. I will one day, but there's one thing that stands out.
Oh, they'll put it out on DVD.
Oh, I know, yeah, they will. But there's one thing that stands out to me is actually that final out. I remember thinking this would happen live. Chris Bryant slipped on that throw. Can you imagine if that throw sailed over Rizzo's head?
Yeah.
And the tying run comes around to score? Like, oh my God, it was.
Oh,
that
would be like cursed legend.
Yeah, like
legendary.
It was so close to being another Cub moment because I remember seeing him slip. I'm like, fuck. Man. And then luckily Rizzo's like 8 feet tall, but.
Yeah, and
Rizzo's doing like
just a big smile on his face even before he made the catch.
Yeah. He knew. He was like, that ball's not going nowhere.
Yeah. He puts it right in his pocket immediately. He's like, I know what's up.
I'm going to hold on to it. This ball's worth $1 trillion.
Yeah. He wound up giving it to the owner, apparently.
Really? Okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's great.
He gave it to the owner at the parade.
That's pretty great. So he's pretty much guaranteed a lifetime contract.
Right? Exactly.
He'll never be traded. There's just an absolute no trade clause. Lifetime Cub.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wish I could get some more street footage. There was this one moment we're walking by, and we had to walk like around our ass to get to our elbow because they started blocking off once you got close to Wrigley.
Okay.
But we're walking by this one area where it's kind of open space a little bit in this part of the street, and there's this dude just surrounded by a circle, and I look over, and he's just like banging this beer can on his forehead till it explodes. It was freaking.
Oh my
it was.
God.
He was
awesome.
doing a beer can crush to the
But
head.
it sounds like it was a full can, Ryan. Like it was unopened.
Yeah, it was. Everyone was loving
Was
it.
it?
Yeah. No, I've never done
Holy
a
God.
unopened beer can crush to my motherfucking head.
Did he kill himself? Is he like, was he conscious
No,
afterward?
it sprayed everywhere. It was great.
Oh my God. He must have a really thick skull or at least a high tolerance for pain. Jesus.
And I think my favorite
Good
part was in some of the close neighborhoods where the old people there have been there forever, man. They were on their doorsteps and giving high fives to all these young people walking by, and I just
that's great.
I saw a couple of them with like tears run down their eyes. It was incredible.
Right. I mean, they lived their entire lifetime waiting for that. That's
In Wrigleyville, and yeah.
I mean, you were telling me stories, Ryan, about the old men like with radios or whatever, like sitting on their dad's graves, like
Yeah, I saw that
listening to the
story.
game with their dead dad.
Yeah.
Like. Good
Yeah, there's been
Lord.
so many stories popping out. The one,
What?
an 85-year-old died 3 hours after the game ended.
That's what we were
Right, that's what I
saying.
was
Yes,
wondering,
we were
like-
saying that like even before they won, where there's just like all these old diehard Cubs fans that have just been holding on to see the Cubs win, and then, like once they won, they had nothing left to live for.
I could go now. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm perfectly
Yeah, right.
fine. I'll go.
And I'm gone. See you.
I'm
And there was
perfectly okay now.
There's another person that put off open heart surgery till the series was over.
I would have done that. That's beautiful. That's great. That's
Yeah,
yeah. You got to do that. I wouldn't want to risk not waking up to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so all these stories coming out are pretty cool.
and that was just the whole impact of the game. So I mean, again, this was the greatest World Series I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty much. We thought it was 2001 for a while, but
Yeah, and 2001
Which was
was
awesome.
incredible. Like that was.
Yeah, it was.
That was probably the best that we've seen up until this point. And
outside
that's
of our
not even
Diamondbacks bias, yeah.
outside of the Diamondbacks. Just
Just
not
the
the
context of the
9/11
time. Yeah.
and yeah.
But no, I still
and
remember
there's
that
been-
Game 7 like it was yesterday.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. And there's been other good ones, but that 01 but this one eclipsed that. Like just I don't know. I mean the 03 when the Red Sox won, but that was really the American League Championship where they came back from 3-1 against the Yankees. That
Right.
was so great. Once they got to the Cardinals, I think it was, and they just swept them because they've already came from behind.
Don't remind Andrew. He's crying now.
Um,
Andrew's upset. Andrew from Fantasy Aid is going to be like, Ryan, you didn't need to bring it up. Hey, Andrew, let the Cubs have one.
All right, we got Sonic who joined us. Sonic, I don't know if you heard earlier or you were listening live. We just wanted to give you a big special shout out for during the
thank you.
World Series Game 7 live stream hangout. Like you were on the message boards promoting us, getting thumbs up and subscribers, and kicking people out, dropping hard Fs and Rs and trolls.
It was good.
Yeah, so Sonic, absolutely.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Bingers and Chooch, all for you.
Woo!
Ooh, stovepipe and your sister.
All right, so now that we're here, we talked. Obviously, I lost the pie bet, and
Yeah, what
time
we
was
got all the pies and the pie tins. We even picked up the plastic wrap. So this pie extravaganza is going to happen tonight.
It's happening soon.
Now, I just want to bring up how insensitive or wrong is it for me to get pied in Chief Wahoo costume?
It's not insensitive. It's not wrong. Make it into a political statement.
James
Those are-
just kind of laughs a little bit.
Those are the fan reactions videos I want to see. I've seen all the Cubs ones. I want to find some Indian ones, man.
Yeah.
The
So,
closest
I
one
mean-
I've seen to an Indian reaction was a Cubs fan at Progressive Field was, having a good time, whistling after the game ended, and then an Indians fan walked by and kneed him in the nuts.
Oh,
Nice.
God. Oh, that's fucking terrible.
I was like,
Bronson, you
mad,
already
bro?"
got it mentioned earlier.
Oof. That's terrible. That's terrible. No,
is.
no fan on fan violence.
Like, I
That's
understand.
assault. That's terrible.
I would hate to see that at my own park too, but I mean, you kind of just gotta let it go.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's fog of war. Literally, it's just like that was an incidental. Like you're celebrating in another team stadium.
I forgot to mention. I was very close actually to being at Murphy's bleachers. My buddy,
Really?
yeah, which is right across the street from the scoreboard.
Yeah.
My buddy who lives up there, he works in the service industry, and his boss, was supposedly going to be there and like kind of be one of the head dudes to let people in and out. But he wound up having to do something else. If that would have happened, holy shit, that would have been even more amazing. I mean, the bar I was at was awesome. Like everyone was in every pitch.
Yeah.
Being at Murphy's and getting in for like free because I think they were charging $250 there.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of those cover charges were nuts. Those were crazy cover charges. I mean, again, 50, like that was a bargain comparatively. That was what I was saying when people were commenting about the charge,
Yeah, and we were about 2 blocks away, so I mean, like, it's not like we were 10 feet away from the field, so even 2 blocks away, it was still 50.
That's fine. I mean, like, you walking 2 blocks, that's no big deal.
Nah, not at all. It didn't matter.
That's cool, man. That's so cool. But yeah, Ryan's gonna dress up as Chief Wahoo, I think, when I play.
I picked up the stuff to make the costume.
Or Rick Vaughn, you could do that.
Well, I was wanting to do a combination between the two, but I didn't find the glasses in order to make it happen.
Right, and a Wild Thing jersey would have been too hard to come by on short notice.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of him wasted at a bar recently?
Nah,
Did you see that? Yeah, he was like, "We would have won. They didn't let me throw out the first pitch, fuckers."
Yeah, they should have let him throw out the first pitch.
Again, I don't know. Charlie Sheen, he's just too far gone to even like.
Too far gone. He's as entertaining as ever. Oh, I think you know what? He's swimming around in the deep end. Let's just enjoy it. Why do we? He should have a reality show. Fuck this 2.5 Men or whatever the fuck his shows are lately. What's the one?
He's got HIV. He doesn't give a fuck anymore.
No.
He didn't give a fuck before. He doesn't give a fuck now.
No, why? There's no fucks left to give. Seriously, that's why I think he should have a reality show. It should just be like the sad, terrible decline of Charlie Sheen winning. Or like winning, the sad, terrible decline of Charlie Sheen. You know what I mean? I think it would be a great reality. It could be on like, the Learning Channel or some shit. Like, all those like multiple wives shows, or maybe it could be a Discovery Channel show like crab fishing. And instead of crab fishing, it's Charlie Sheen cleaning out his crabs. I got to get the crab champ. Oh, man.
Now, so are we going to be doing any like behind the scenes live stream hangout footage of like us getting ready for the pies?
Well, I was going to do this all. My plan was to use the Nikon and do this like in studio and then edit and put it together.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I did forget the mouse dongle. He said dongle. I did. I forgot the dongle to plug the mouse in, so editing will now be difficult without my 2-button mouse. However, I mean, we could do it live. I just think the whole setup, I like the idea of recording it and then doing the setup as like fast motion.
Well, I mean, we can still do that too, as well as the.
So it'll just be this long hangout video of like us, like, well, we're putting up the plastic now.
Here's us making pie.
Look at all these pies we're making.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Because we'd have to run the computer for the live stream and take care of the camera. We need somebody to run the camera.
Do we want to do a live stream of the pies and record it for a separate video?
Yeah, we could do 2 separate pie videos. Why not? Double dip on the. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know. What do you think, James? Should we double dip on the pies?
James took off.
Oh, did James bail? James had to go.
Yeah, he had to run.
Okay, well, James, thank you for hanging out. That was a little recap with our buddy Cubby Knoll, James.
Subscribe to his YouTube channel at Cubby Knoll.
Yeah, right. Look for Cubby, CUBBYNOLE, as in Florida Seminoles.
Yep.
Right? Florida State, excuse me. So, yes, also hit him up on Twitter at Cubby Knoll, believe it or not. Yeah, there he is. Great guy. I'm so happy for him. Really, him and Reverend Nate Dogg. Of course, Reverend Nate Dogg's had like the best year of his life.
Yeah, Reverend Nate Dogg.
Pugs are excited too. Pugs are barking.
Yeah, he graduated college, got married, which also was woo.
Yeah, it's getting married in his world, man.
Woo!
Yeah, that was like, first time his
Woo!
mattress springs were going, bouncy. I don't know.
Woohoo! Either way,
And the Cubs won the World
graduated,
Series.
got married, and the Cubs won the World
He's
Series.
officially a man of God now. Oh, wow. He's just like, what a year.
What a year.
All right, Nate Dogg, if you ever hear this podcast, your life will never be any better than this.
It's all downhill
It's
from
literally
here.
all downhill from here. The Cubs might win another World Series. You might get laid or remarried. Or it's never going to be better than it was this year. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it as it is.
Yeah.
By God, you had a great year.
And again, look for a live stream hangout tonight
For what? For pies?
for pies.
All right.
Pies hanging out. We can talk and drink and get ready, and people
Okay.
can chat.
Can I get a ride home still?
I thought you had a ride home figured out.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Just stay over
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
because
I'm
I'm
already too barraged.
I'm already not going anywhere.
It's just all this Cubs winning.
And it's, oh yeah, I mean, Game 7, like that little hour I was back, I shotgunned a
were
beer,
getting
chugged a
nuts.
beer, like yeah,
Well, expect more of the same tonight for the pie video. I mean, Ryan's going to be in red face, which doesn't have the racial connotations you might think. We're not racist. We're actually doing a little slam on the Indians mascot because I think we've all kind of come to the conclusion that in 2016, Chief Wahoo
is no longer acceptable.
Well, it's just not.
It needs updated. It needs a.
Let's turn Chief Wahoo into like a badass or something. Like he's out there like scalping white people.
I don't know. I still just like a whole new.
They're not going to
mascot
change.
altogether.
They're not going to change the team name.
I'm not saying team name. I'm just saying mascot.
Well, if you're the Indians, what is your mascot going to be? Like,
I mean, it's going to
clown?
be an Indian.
Well, that's right. Just make it like instead of cartoonish, like red face, make it good. Like modeling after somebody like.
I don't know. I
fucking
mean, talk to one of
Patrick or
these
something.
activists going forward and like, hey, what should our mascot be?
That's fair enough, right? Like, I mean, we don't want to change our team name. We want to celebrate
We
your
still
culture.
want to be the Indians. We want to honor you.
Yeah, honor the culture, but like not be
yes,
offensive.
there are a lot of Native Americans that don't care and actually like the mascot.
Right. It gives,
perhaps.
Yeah. Right.
Like, but let's come up with something that's gonna make everybody happy.
Well, that's why I say it's got to be some like badass warrior,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like riding a buffalo or like do it crazy. It's got to be nuts. It's got to be real badass, like maybe like explosions and eagles and buffaloes. And, I don't know. I think it's got to be cool. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Make it cool instead of cartoony and like not appropriate for the 21st century.
Yeah. I mean,
make it cool. Not
again,
crappy.
when you're talking about some shit that was 70 years basically
Right,
old,
right.
like
that was a long time ago. That doesn't fly now. That like Warner Brothers like exaggerated animation, the racial stereotypes.
yes.
Time to go.
Time to go.
So we're gonna send them off into oblivion. There is word that the Cleveland Indians will do that during this offseason. They're gonna look at that. So I don't know. I mean, who knows? I'm kind of neutral about the mascot myself, but again, it's one of those things. If people are upset, it's the 21st century. You probably should consider as a business decision not being shitty.
Fair
Right.
enough.
So yeah, like we're gonna send Chief Wahoo off into oblivion with
108 pies. Oh my god.
Take that, Chief Wahoo.
Man, Tom, I still wish I was really pieing you.
I know you're more personal about it than
I am.
I didn't. I was just happy to win another pie bet, like in theory, because you've never pied yourself in most of the other pie bets I've won. You're still owed like all right. So you got the 108 plus 6 essentially.
Good.
I don't know if we'll factor that into tonight, but
It's a little overkill.
right. But the idea is just like once again I'm right and you're wrong. I'm happy enough with that. You actually want to take it to like you were like, oh my god, I want to hit him in the face with a pie so bad.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, you wanted it bad, and like it was was creeping me out a little bit.
It should.
I was getting a little weirded out.
Again, I would have enjoyed that more.
You would have enjoyed it too much. Like,
I would have.
Like, Ryan, are you full sail right now, or is that
Yes?
Are you aroused sexually? Jesus Christ. Now for me, I'm just, I want to pie bet, big deal. I'm not going to take all that much pleasure in hitting you 108. We'll see as it goes along. I might start finding some enjoyment.
I'm sure.
Once I'm around like pie 25, 26, and just sort of really enjoy it. I don't know.
So we got to still figure it out if we're doing like speed or,
I'll still try to do it as quickly as possible. We want the video to be like 9 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's going to be.
Again, I figure like my slowest, maybe 20 pies a minute. Like if I'm taunting you and heckling you, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll try to be just like rapid fire in between comments, and we'll have to put up the plastic and put up the dogs and
go to town.
That's gonna be nuts. And we'll show you the behind the scenes. Plastic of the man cave, filling 108 pie tins, what that really looks like, 108 pies, just for your edification. It'll be beautiful. 44 cans of shaving cream, 150 pie tins in a box. And we just I think we ruined somebody's Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like now there's going to be like a homeless shelter out there that doesn't get to serve pies because some distributor ran out of pie tins for some asshole's Cubs pie bet.
Pretty much.
Sorry, homeless people who don't get pies at a soup kitchen.
All right, so stay tuned. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Tell all your fantasy friends and spam your leagues.
Oh, yeah, because we are Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous.
Check out our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com.
That's right. Oh, yeah, and if you want a shout-out, you can hit that donate button on the YouTube channel, just on our channel page. You could always subscribe to the iTunes podcast, which this will be posted at shortly, and leave us a review. We'd love that. Or if you really want to get kinky with it, buy yourself a t-shirt. It's less than $20. You can get it prime shipped on Amazon, amazon.com. Just look for Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. They're beautiful shirts. You'll see me wearing one tonight. Baby hands are clapping. That means it's time to wrap it up. Fantasy Gods!
Fantasy Gods!
Please grant me the serenity, courage to add drop
aggressively,
and the wisdom,
as always,
to keep making pie bets with Ryan because he's always going to lose them. Cubs
and
win.
to pimp slap Tom with baby hands.
I don't want to be hit with baby. Oh man, I got pimp slapped by a little doll's baby hand. That's terrible. All right, check out our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com, or hit us up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, the word double, letter AF, SAA. Thank you very much.
All right.
We'll see you guys later tonight, and Ryan's going to get hit with 108 pies.
Oh, my God.
The end.